Mayan place values. In the Mayan system, there are two kinds of elements in each place, dots and bars. A full place looks like this and can be expressed as 19 in our system. Mayan numbers are based on the number 20. Since they did not have calculators, they used their fingers from their hands and their feet. They were also one of the first civilizations to use the symbol for zero. If you look at the chart, a zero will be represented by a form of a shell. A 1 will be represented by a dot, a 2 by 2 dots, a 3 by 3 dots, a 4 by 4 dots. A 5 will be combining 5 dots to create a bar. Consequently, a bar represents 5. To create 6, they will use a bar and a dot, 5 plus 1. 7 will be 5 plus 2, a bar and 2 dots, and 8 will be a bar and 3 dots, and so on. To create a 10, they will use 2 bars, 5 plus 5. To create an 11, it will be 5 plus 5 plus 1, and so on to create all the way to 14. For 15, they will create 3 bars, 5 plus 5 plus 5. For 16 will be 3 bars and a dot, 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 1, all the way to 19. Mayan numbers have any number of places, and numbers with as many as 6 or 7 places have been identified in hieroglyphics discovered at the sites of Mayan cities. Because the dots are worth 1 and the bars are worth 5, there should never be more than 4 dots in a single place. When adding Mayan numbers, every group of 5 dots becomes 1 bar. Likewise, the maximum value of one place is 19, so that 4 bars, or 20, is too large of a number to fit in one place. The 4 bars are carried and equal to 1 dot in the next highest place. The Mayan number 66 will be written as follows. Starting from the bottom up, you have a 5 and a 1, symbolized by a bar and a dot. On the second place value, you have 3 dots, which equals 3. In the first place value, you multiply times 1. On the second place value, you multiply times 20. That way you have 60 on the second place value. Adding plus 6 on the first value, it will create 66. In short, to find the value, you must multiply the Mayan number using the following chart, always starting from the bottom up. On the first value, you multiply times 1. On the second place value, you multiply times 20. On the third place value, you multiply it times 400. On the fourth place value, you multiply times 8,000. On the fifth place value, you multiply times 160,000. And on the sixth place value, you multiply times 3,200,000. If you needed to continue, as you can see, you could multiplying 20 times to the 6th power, 20 to the 7th power, and so on. To find the value, multiply the Mayan number by the place value and then add. Starting from the bottom up, you have 2 bars, which equals 5 plus 5 equal 10. You multiply 10 times 1, you will have 10. On the second place value, you have a bar and 3 dots. The bar will be 5, 3 dots will be 3, 5 plus 3 is 8. You multiply 8 times 20 and you get 160. On the third place value, you have a 0, so you multiply 0 times 400, you have 0. On the fourth place value, you have 3 dots. 3 dots times 8,000 equals 24,000. And on the last place value that you have a bar, which is 5. 5 you will have to multiply times 160,000, which is equal to 800,000. When you add them up, you have the total of 824,170. Study the following sample. Starting from the bottom up, you have 3 bars and 2 dots equals 17. You multiply that times 1, you have 17. On the second place value, you have 2 bars and 3 dots. 5 plus 5 plus 3 equals 13. You multiply that times 20 and you have 260. On the third place value, you have a bar and a dot, which is 6. 6 times 400, you have the total of 2,400. On the next place value, you have 2 bars. 2 bars equals 10. 10 times 8,000 is 80,000. And finally, you have 3 dots on the last place value. 3 times 160,000 equals 480,000. When you add them up, you have 562,677. Let's see if you learned the lesson. What is this number? Remember, multiply the first from the bottom up. Multiply it by 1. The second place will be times 20. The third will be times 400, and so on. Can we do it? If you said 91,407, you are correct. If not, go back. Don't get disappointed. Review the table again of place value and then follow the slide that shows you how to use it and try again.